Hi, my name is Aki. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And you probably clicked because you are going through a massive change. You're unsure of your path and feel stuck and looking for a sign. I hope my video will be a sign for you and an encouragement that you were looking for. Let's get started. I want to tell you about how I started living my dream life. And this isn't a story unlike others. I will be transparent and honest with you and listen carefully. There is more to your journey than you know and you feel. Please listen carefully. Anyway, 10 months ago I was living in a big city, working 9 to 5 in sales. By the way, I did not like my job, paying my rent. I felt drained. I would come back home. I had my partner, and that was it. That was my everyday life. I had no friends. I would cry every day, and one day I got a phone call from my work saying that I'm fired. And that was a big, giant sign from the universe, like, you are not doing what you are meant to do. You are resisting the change. And I knew that, but I felt like a massive failure. I couldn't help it, that I'm fired, I'm not good enough, and I thought maybe I should look for another job and I can prove everybody that I'm better. I asked myself, do I want to do it? Do I want to live like this every day? And clearly the answer was no. I was unhappy, and yet I didn't know what to do. I don't know what is the change that the universe is asking me to make. I couldn't understand. And I remember just crying, and I emailed Buddhist monastery in different state, asking them whether I could volunteer for them, because I had no money. I had little savings, and they responded, of course, come and live with us. So I went. I broke up with my partner, who is a dear friend of mine now. We are a very supportive person in my life. So I went to live in a Buddhist monastery, traveled alone. It was scary, unknown, because I've never done anything like that. And yet it was the most profound and healing space I needed. I did not learn much about Buddhism, to be honest with you. I do know some things, but I didn't study in depth. That was not something I was interested about. I was interested in people, and I met different people from all around the world on a daily basis. I learned many things. I heard many stories, many life challenges, and we all would come to the same conclusion, that the answer is love, that we live for love, die for love, and that is the purpose. For 6 months that I was there, I had a safe space to heal and face my shadows and face my fears and limiting beliefs and all of those things that's been blocking me in the past. And when you live in a small community like that, you see same people every day, so you have to work together, talk, communicate, and that is called community. When you live in a community, you have that friendship, and you have challenges, you overcome, your relationship becomes stronger. You place boundaries, and that was the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced, sense of community. And that was something I was longing when I lived in a city where everybody is individualistic. And in that small rainforest, in that monastery, we were a community. There was no social status, no such thing as you're a doctor, I'm an engineer, you are a barista. No, we all helped together. We all volunteered together. We all did housekeeping, cleaning the toilets, cleaning the cafes, making coffee, cleaning the temple, sweeping, and gardening. We all did it together. There was no status. We all had the same goal, which was to help the monastery. And that was beautiful, having one purpose, sharing the vision, and working together. And it taught me a lot of things. Before going there, I had a lot of limitations, beliefs that were stopping me. I never thought I would make friends. I thought making friends as an adult is impossible because everybody's got their childhood friends, university friends, and they have fixed mindsets that I cannot make friends. But that wasn't true. I met beautiful, open-minded, open-hearted people, and it's nothing about your background, where you grew up, anything like that. You just connect on an emotional level. And I still call them my friends and my best friends. We are in touch. We cried together. I met people that cry when I cry, that laugh when I laugh, and supportive, and aren't afraid to work on themselves, and we could be honest. Hey, this is what I'm working on, and this is this. I never thought that it would be possible, but it is. And I had this limiting belief that I don't have enough money to travel, but I really deeply wanted to travel. I had this bucket list of things I wanted to accomplish and achieve and experience in my life, and one of them was to travel, but I thought it would be impossible. But I started one day sharing that, like telling people around me, my friends, like, wow, I would love to travel like you. I would love to be like you. I'm so jealous. Like, you get to travel, you do this. I don't have enough money to do that. And they were like, actually, there are options like this. You can travel on a budget. You can volunteer and help, still be in service and travel and experience. And the answer was there. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So, and then I gathered people, my friends. They just started gathering together, and we decided to travel and volunteer and help somewhere else. So my friends and I traveled together to different countries: Indonesia, Nepal, India, and I traveled to Thailand alone. We volunteered in each country, and we met beautiful people, made friends, cried together out of joy, out of sadness, and that was the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. And it was much more exciting than I imagined on my bucket list to be. And you know, when we were in Nepal, we taught children English and emotional regulation, and every day children would give us letters and kisses and hugs with "I love you," "You're beautiful, thank you for teaching us." And one day I asked them a question in my class: if you had a magic wand, what would you change in the world? You only have one wish, one chance. And one kid said, I will turn all bad people into good people. And another child said, that is impossible, we need a balance in life. And then the third child said, I will open hospitals and orphanages. And one child said, I will help my dad so he doesn't work. And then another one said, I would help my grandma. Every single wish they had was about helping and giving. And I remember just crying on my way back to the house we were living in, and my friend found me and she was like, why are you crying? And I said, like, I really want these children to grow up and be able to do what they were saying. And I said, this is the future. And I saw the future in those children. That's us, loving beings, giving beings. This is our future. And I want to be able to help them, but I can't. I don't have the capacity. I don't have money to help. And my friend said, is that what you want? I said, yeah. I want them to speak English and have the opportunity to express all of those desires and have all the opportunities in the world to fulfill their dreams. And my friend was like, stop crying, okay, we'll do it. And then we set up a fundraising account. I shared that with our friends and family, and everybody was very supportive. We raised about $2,000, which helped 150 children to get exercise books and sport equipment for a year. And yeah, we cried, we were happy. And I remember telling my friends, like, let's do it every year. And they were like, okay. Let's do it every year. Let's come back and teach children, because I was crying again because I said, I want to watch them grow up. I want to see them grow up. And they were asking us to not go, not leave. And I'm very blessed with friends. They were like, okay, let's do it together. And I had limiting beliefs around money, that I don't have enough money to support them. How can I even dream about it? But I realized that the most precious thing I can give is my time and my intention. My heart, my intention, my time is more precious, and the money will find its own way. And I also had a limiting belief that people don't believe in things they don't see. They don't see these children, therefore they won't support it. But they do. People feel with their heart. Heart connects to heart. And again, all of my limiting beliefs were shattered. And I guess if I want you to take something with you from this video is, look, it seems like I've got it all figured out and I'm happy. Yes, I am truly happy and in peace. You know what's changed for me? I made friends. I traveled. I learned a lot about Buddhism myself. I healed lots of my traumas and wounds. I'm working as a spiritual guide. In the evening, I help people. But I'm not an authority, I just guide them by sharing my perspective. And watching them grow and watching them change is a blessing. And in the morning, I make coffee as a barista. I don't have a clear vision of my path, but I know for sure is that I'm happy and at peace with whatever comes my way, and I know my goals. I just do my best to get there. But at the same time, you know, destination doesn't really matter. It's the journey that you need to enjoy. You get to enjoy. That's a big difference. And I think about this all the time. When I'm old and I'm a grandma, I don't want to be telling only the achievements and outcomes to my grandchildren. I don't want to be sitting there and being like, these are the awards I won, these are the places I traveled through, and this many followers on YouTube I had. That's not the point. I want to be sharing the journey and telling stories of my crazy adventures and my failures. I want to be like, hey, I did this, I worked as a waitress, I worked as a barista, I worked as a dishwasher, I did this and this and I failed, and I worked in sales, I got fired, I met these types of people, I had those challenges, I overcame them, and I failed again. I had these traumas, I overcame them, and most importantly, I was never alone. I had people in the entire world, entire universe supporting me all along. And that's the type of stories I want to be telling my grandchildren. The journey. We're not much interested in outcomes, and getting attached to the outcome and destination is going to stop you. So don't get attached. Let it surprise you. The path is pathless, remember that. And your journey is yours to enjoy, not anybody else's. And remember that you're not alone. Dreams come true. I hope this video was helpful. If you're thinking of taking that leap of faith, please do it. In 10 months only, I changed my life completely, and I'm living in a different realm, different life. I was told that my life would be like this. I wouldn't believe it. And you know, if there is one thing I can teach you, it is peace. It's to be at peace and joy. And I live in this constant amazement. Every day is just a blessing. I get to wake up, I get to live, I get to be a human. If you watched this till the end, I believe in you. Believe in yourself. You know you're supported. You got it. You're only given challenges that you can overcome, you can handle, and they're all for you to grow. Something that looks like a step back is actually a growth. You're growing in a spiral motion, so remember that. Everything is impermanent. You feel like everything is falling apart, but that's temporary. You will build something more precious, and your values and your vision, everything will change. So this is your sign from the universe, you can say, through me, to take that leap of faith and live for yourself. You got it. And remember, you're not alone. You're never alone. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you. You know, everybody defines their success differently, and don't look at other people's definition of success. To me, I'm not attached to anything, therefore it's easy for me to choose a path and stick to it, because I don't pressure myself to be anything else or pretend. Right now, the fact that I overcame a lot of my traumas and wounds, and I'm able to talk to anybody and have friends everywhere, and I can do whatever I want and feel at peace, this is the biggest success in my life. So when you're choosing your path, remember that it will come with its own challenges, but you're choosing it consciously, and ask yourself whether it's going to help you grow. And when you make that decision, trust me, the challenges you think are going to be hard, they're not going to be. You will be able to handle them. So take that leap of faith. I love you.